Thank you, Mr. Ambassador, and it is again a pleasure for me to be sharing some ideas and thoughts today. Yesterday we covered what I call a very serious issue, which is the identity and the fact that humans need to control the human identity versus their consumer identity. And we developed why this is essential, otherwise artificial intelligence is only going to recognize us as a consumer and not as a human, and the consequences will be detrimental to the human evolution. Today we're going to be talking a bit more positive note, which is the metaverse and what companies like WISeArt and others are doing to basically create a metaverse that is a metaverse with a human-centric view on where the human values are going to be respected. So if we actually, and Juan, you know, the mission of New Art Foundation is to enhance the value of art as a catalyst of dialogue. And today we're going to make a world first. And Maria is going to help me later to do that world first, as we're going to create in this symbolic and an amazing place in the United Nations with the dome by Barcelona. And this inspirational, this is basically reflected, it's like the Capella Sistina of the 21st century when we are sitting today. So in here today, we're going to create the first time ever in the United Nations a digital art created by an algorithm, by an AI algorithm. And then we're going to introduce that NFT art into a site, which is going to be WISeArt, which is the company that I created a few years ago. Before we get there, it's actually, you know, it's going to be difficult because I don't have a keyboard and there is no speaker. So Maria is going to be my hands in this. Yeah, it's that one. But I'll come back in a minute before I frame the discussion. So the metaverse is happening now, and there are trillions of dollars that is going to be committed to make the metaverse. But the metaverse is an empty space for the time being. The metaverse is like one of those huge houses, has no furniture. So we need to furnish the metaverse. We need to bring assets to the metaverse. And those assets, the way to bring assets to the metaverse is through NFTs, non-fungible tokens. So non-fungible tokens are basically the digital twins of what we have in the analog life. So you have a Picasso painting, maybe if you're lucky sitting in your house or in a museum, you have a expensive jewelry, you have intellectual property, you have a certificate that is important for you, like a university diploma. You want those assets, which are analog assets, then they need to be stored in safes, in secure locations. You want them to move into the metaverse. Why? Because everything's going to go to the metaverse. Be realistic. The metaverse is going to be an alternative universe where we're going to be able to conduct all sorts of transactions. We're going to be able to learn things. We're going to be able to follow university courses. We're going to be able to be to have a health treatment. Actually, just 2 weeks ago, there was the first ever operation, clinical operation, was done on the metaverse using an avatar. So the doctors work first in a digital representation of the patient. So they operate the patient on the metaverse to learn how later operate the person in the real life. So this extrapolation between me as a physical person and somebody else that is me, is my digital twin in the metaverse, it's actually very disturbing for humans. Why? Because we already lost the control of our identity in the beginning of the fourth industrial revolution. Imagine what is going to be of the metaverse if we are unable to hold our privacy and information with Facebook. Imagine on meta.com, where everything that we have already in Facebook is being used to create a digital twin on the metaverse. So first of all, the first line of defense here is, and it's back again to my discussion yesterday, whatever is going to be me on the metaverse, whatever is going to be my digital twin or avatar, it should be me. It should be not my representation that has been extracted by a search engine or from data that somebody has found on me. Actually, there's a very big concern, you know, because people are concerned about their legacies. I mean, we all have a legacy vis-a-vis the future, a legacy when we die vis-a-vis our families or kids. We want that legacy to be fair there and to be adapted to the reality of our lives. The problem, those avatars and those metaverse representations actually collecting data not from the original sources and the good sources, they are collecting data from anywhere they can. So that avatar that is going to be on the metaverse is going to be very different to what we are actually in the physical life. So that's why digital identity is essential, because digital identity still will be one of the major drivers of the metaverse. And actually, the reason that companies that have become very large identity companies like Facebook and others, then they are moving to the metaverse is because they would like to continue monetizing us as the avatars are going to be more rich in data in things that they are in the physical life. Another aspect is that the metaverse is going to be automatized by technology. So the metaverse is the convergence of all the technology we have been discussing here with the experts: AI, blockchain, IoT, quantum computer. All that will operate on the metaverse in a decentralized, like a huge cloud form. So what that means is that the computing power of the metaverse is actually phenomenal. We are talking about the metaverse fully deployed will be equivalent to 10,000 times the current internet. So the consequences for sustainability, if you already have concerns how to avoid data centers to consume so much energy, imagine the consequences on the metaverse once everything will move to the metaverse. So those are points that needs to be solved. Another one is that your avatar, and I have been working with several projects on that, will actually be free. So let's say that I have an avatar on the metaverse and I am very busy that day because that day I'm doing a conference. I can send my avatar to do a conference or to meet other avatars without me to have any control of my avatar. So that avatar will go and will travel on the metaverse, will go to an event in New York, will meet other avatars, will talk between themselves, will exchange expertise because the avatar is who I am, is my digital twin. And at the end of the day, the avatar will come back to me and give to me the information, the contacts, the visit cards that has obtained during that meeting. So this is the final destination. If humans will have more time to do other things because we will not necessarily need to sit on conference room all the day, and we will have the possibility of working in things that we like more. So now we're going to today we're going to make two things. We're going to make, as I mentioned, a wall first. So we're going to be the first time creating a art created by an algorithm. So in here, Maria is going to type few words. So imagine as a mental exercise, you in your imagination, use few words that you would like to. Imagine you're an artist, a painter, and you would like to paint something. Before you paint, you decide what color it's going to be, what kind of shape you're going to have, what kind of landscape you want to select. So those thoughts that you have to have before you paint, if you're an artist, we're going to do it for the AI. So here it's like a Google search type of thing. So we're going to type, I don't know, we're going to say humanity. Maria, if you don't mind to type humanity, space, we're going to type, space. It's going to be amazing. Humanity, another one we're going to do is peace, let's say. And we're going to say what Picasso will see humanity as a piece. And then we're going to generate. Just go to the generation button. So the algorithm is actually looking into it. So this is an example of a search, a blue-orange sliding half line and a blue floor in front of a blue wall. So this image has been created as an example. So here is what this is proposing to us. It doesn't exist. Those images were created just right now. They are nowhere else that in front of our screens. Those images can then be further manipulated, further enhanced. We can go back, if you don't mind, to go back again to the search, to the generation button. Let's do something. Maybe let's do the one that you liked yesterday, which is your preferred painting. Let's do that? Okay. So Maria had a test for a painter that she likes, and she wanted to see that painting is writing something on the space, on deep space. So it's going to generate. Now, the intellectual property of those files belong to Maria. Maria is the owner of those files now because she created, and this is a uniqueness. So imagine an artist that, that has been created. So this is art. This art was created using an algorithm, just combining the artist with Giorgio Di Chirico and a concept on deep space. You don't mind to go back again to the search button? You can also use traditional, like you say, Rodin, which is the French sculpture. Rodin combined with Mona Lisa, let's say. Mona Lisa has two L, yeah, will be together. That could be many Mona Lisa, yeah. No. Rodin, Mona Lisa, yeah, for instance. So let's say a combination, a hybrid between a sculpture and Mona Lisa. Let's see what's coming here. So on the basis of that, I mean, artists now can use those art. So this is the how Rodin will have eventually sculptured the Mona Lisa. This has never been done. I mean, this sculpture does not exist. So the power of this, and this is in microseconds, the power of this is actually a very clear example on how AI, because this is AI behind, combined with the creativity, can create something new that has never been done before. So this is the first time on the disco pole, which was done, and I saw the video with an amazing physical effort. You can create art, which is being created today, and this art now can be converted into an NFT. And then, Maria, if you don't mind, you go to the third, on the top of it, you go to the WISeArt. So what we did is that this is WISeArt. So WISeArt is a NFT marketplace. So my company, WISeKey, we manufacture microchips, semiconductors. So many museums came back to us and say, we want to have the Picasso or the Da Vinci Code or whatever product that we have physically, we would like to bring to the metaverse. But we only want to create one NFT. We cannot create more than one NFT. So basically what we did was to put microchips into the originals. And the microchip has already the NFT, the digital twin of that original that goes into the metaverse. So here, obviously, I didn't put a chip on the sky. It will not be possible to do it. So I generated something that was generated in a concert that was done by One Humanity with the very famous opera singer that is that now is going to be converted to an NFT. So if you scroll down on this platform, you have many NFTs. So if you click Metaverse Factory, for instance, there, you click this logo there, you will see artists that they are selling their NFTs into the platform. You go a bit down. Yeah, for instance, let's go into Pedro Sandoval, which is a Spanish artist. So Pedro Sandoval has created a collection. If you mind, click there. Just click twice. Yeah, here is. Yeah, it's down there. It's down. Yeah. So those are all the NFTs that they are available, created by Pedro Sandoval using artificial intelligence, and not only. So what he does, he starts with artificial intelligence, and then he continues developing the art by his own design. So you can combine basically the artificial intelligence becomes the new brush, the new tool. And as I always say, artificial intelligence and any technology that humans should or will develop, they should be tools for human creativity and not the other way around. It's like I say always, if you know how to, you are the best piano musician, you will never be able to demonstrate if you don't have a piano. A piano is essential, right? Because you will have to demonstrate your talent. But a piano should not replace you. You should only use the piano as a tool. So in this example, the NFT created by artificial intelligence is only a tool of creativity for the artist, or for the engineer, or for the architect. You know, we are working with architects and they are creating houses on the metaverse. So you create an amazing design house. You walk into the house, you get the feeling of living into the house, and once you are happy, you own the intellectual property of your house because you bought the NFT, and from that you just create the physical house. It's like you start from the virtual in order to get to the physical. If you return back, just return back to where we were on the at the beginning. If you just at the beginning, yeah, if you click on this image here, so what we are doing in order to the best combination to become a very successful NFT operation, you have to have three things. You have to have an amazing piece of art, which should be representative. You should have technology, which is what this WISeArt is all about, the platform, and then you should have a cause on where that money goes, because the cause is, you know, we did a $3 million NFTs in the United States with Brooke Shields, which is a very famous celebrity. That money went to a Brooke Shields Foundation. I raised $500,000 in 30 minutes in Marbella with Antonio Banderas, where we did an NFT on the Antonio Banderas Foundation for building a school in Mexico. And this is the best combination where you combine celebrities because they have a huge ecosystem, an amazing piece of art done by an artist, could be a voice art, could be a painting, could be a sculpture, could be anything, and then obviously the right technology to make it happen. So I would like just to, and thank you very much, Maria, you were great on operating from there. It's actually hard, you know, because we are operating from distance. So maybe let's thank the AI to see what they're giving us. So the message here is very simple: is that if we know how to master technology, and that was my point yesterday, if humans are smart enough to outsmart AI, and it's actually easy because AI at the end of the day is a code that a human is producing, it's only that. So you just need to go, as I do in my company, anytime an engineer comes to me with a code, I go into the code myself with my evaluation team to be sure that this code doesn't have bias or backdoors or a cybersecurity concern. So if we do that, and you have agencies like the one we are sitting today that will make a watchdog type of role to make sure that AI is friendly, that AI will not be going against human values, against human altogether, then AI will become an amazing tool like the one I just demonstrated to you. And it's absolutely no reason. The only people that they want to make AI anti-human is the people that they are already being anti-human in the way they run their businesses. So for them, it's only an exponentiality of the wrong things they are doing already, and that they need to be confronted. And I always say, the best way to stop this kind of nonsense, all for the technology against human values, is just by creating the companies of the future that will make a lot of money and they will become very successful defending the human values on the fourth industrial revolution. And this is exactly what I did with my company, WISeKey. I was in the UN for 15 years. I tried to do it in the UN. It was impossible because the UN is not a place where you execute projects. I went to the private sector. I raised $300 million. And I built my company on the NASDAQ. So there exist models on where you can be very successful by doing the right thing. Thank you very much for your attention.